Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about managing namespaces in Kubernetes with Kustomize. Here, namespaces are a fundamental feature in Kubernetes that allow you to organize and isolate resources with a cluster. When working with multiple environments or teams, managing namespaces efficiently becomes critical. Kustomize, a Kubernetes native tool, simplifies the process of automating namespace management without altering the original YAML files. In this video, we will demonstrate how to manage namespaces using Kustomize, avoid common pitfalls like failed deployments, and follow best practices for efficient resource organization. So here the prerequisites are a Kubernetes cluster, kubectl, Kustomize, and basic understanding of YML and Kubernetes resources. So first, why use namespaces? Here, namespaces help in isolate resources like separate applications and environments, for example, development, staging, production within the same cluster. Second one is manage access. Apply role-based access control, which is RBAC, is for like specific namespaces. So third one is organize resources, group related resources logically for clarity. So if you go into the project, this is the directory structure we are going to create now. So in the base, it contains all the original resources. So in the overlays, so the overlays directly customizes these resources by adding a namespace. So now let's create a base configuration. I'll go to split screen now. So first I'll create a directory called project. So in this, I'm going to create both base and overlays. So as you can see, both base and overlays are created. So now in the base, I'm going to create these three files, which are deployment, customization, and service.ymls. So I'll go into base. So here, sorry. So here I'm going to create deployment.yml. So here I have a simple nginx deployment file. I'll just use this code. So you can see two pods will be created here. Now I'm going to create service.yml. So for the service.yml, I'm going to use this code. Now I'm going to create a customization.yml. So here I'm going to specify both deployment and service.ymls. So you can see three files are created. Now I'll go into overlays. So here I'm going to create two files which are namespace and customization files. So first I'll create the namespace file here. So here I'm going to use this code. It contains names kind as namespace, and the name of the namespace is my namespace. So after saving, I'm going to create the customization file. So here I'm going to use this code. So here resources are taken from the base file, and also I mentioned the namespace.yml as resource here. So yes, I'll just save it. So let's preview the configuration by using this command. As you can see, this is the final output. So here you can see the namespace, which is my namespace, is applied. Also here you can see the namespace is applied. So if we deploy this application, it will be deployed in this my namespace. So here I want to show you an error by removing the names by not specifying the namespace. So in the customization.yml file, I'm going to remove this namespace thing. So here if I apply, you'll get to see this error. So as you can see, error from server not found when creating the namespaces because we don't have a namespace which is called as my namespace. So let's create a namespace now. For that, use this command. So here in the place of this my namespace, you can give the name of your namespace. So now as you can see, my namespace is created. So if I use this apply command again, the deployment will be done. So here you can see deployment and service are done. If we check, here you can see no resources are found because we are in the default namespace. If we go into my namespace and check, we'll get to see the resources. Or else we can use this command and see the resources directly. As you can see, the our application name is Nginx deployment, which is ready. Here you can see there are two pods. So here you can see age is 24 seconds. So this is the expected output. So if you want to go to this namespace, my namespace, so you can use this command. Here you can see it is modified. Now if we check whether we are in the default namespace or my namespace, use this command. Here you can see we are in the my namespace. So if you use this get pods command, here you can see there are two pods are running. So this is how to use namespaces. And also I'll show you something. Now I'll just delete this deployment and also the namespace and create with customize. So I'll let me delete this. Here you can see the deployment is deleted. If you check, there are no pods are running. And also I'll delete the namespace. First I'll go to default namespace. If you check here, I'm in the default namespace. Now I'll delete the my namespace. Here you can see my namespace is deleted. So now if I go to the customization file, here I'll specify the my namespace resource. Here you can see. Now I'll specify like this. So after giving these things, if I use apply command, the namespace will be automatically created and the pods will deploy in that namespace. So I'll just apply now. Here you can see the namespace which is my namespace is created, the service is done, and also deployment is also done. So I'll just go into that namespace and check whether the pods running or not. I'll just copy paste this. So we are in the my namespace now. If you check, here you can see two pods are running. The age is 35 seconds. So this is how to use namespaces. So here the key takeaways are namespace automation. Here use customize namespace field to assign namespaces to multiple resources effortlessly. So second, explicit namespace creation. Include a namespace resource in customized configuration to avoid deployment failures. Third one is clean and reusable configurations. Here, separate base and overlay directories to maintain clean and reusable configurations. Here, benefits of using customized for namespaces are: first one is automation. It reduces manual edits to YML files. Second one is the reusability. The base configurations remain untouched and reusable across environments. Third one is consistency. It ensures all resources are deployed in the correct namespace. So, in the conclusion, using Kustomize to manage namespaces simplifies Kubernetes resource deployments, reduces manual work, and adheres to best practices for clean, reusable configurations. By automating namespace assignment and explicitly creating namespaces, you can avoid common errors and ensure smooth deployments. So, this is how to do managing namespaces in Kubernetes with Kustomize. So, yeah, thank you.